But now we shift our focus. It is time for the Dave Portnoy doubleheader. His first match against Team Zarch. Trent and Robbie still looking for their first win.
Yeah, they need their win now. Obviously, a 2-0 day for Dave and Rhea puts them in the playoffs. Could we have a clinch here today? That is the big question. Looking to stay undefeated, the number 2 and 3 ranked Jenga players in the office. Dave and Rhea going up against Zarch, who are 0-1 right now.
Yep, it's 2-0 Purple Hedgehogs. They are one of 2 undefeated teams left in the league with the chalk in Group C. And Zarch still looking for their first win. A win today will put them right back in the mix in Group A. Let's send it down the stream. Spider is with our 2 teams to introduce the rules and the block order.
Thanks so much, Jake. Couple rules before we get started. Purple Hedgehogs, please remain in the white tape you see on the floor. Same goes for you on this side, Team Zarch. When it comes to extracting a block, please only use 1 hand at a time. Should you use 2, your teammate will be forced to extract the first block they touch on their next turn. If the clock expires as you're extracting a block, 1 time per game you will be given an opportunity to change that block. Each team will get 1 change per game. However, this cannot be used on a violation. Please use your phones to retweet the stream now and keep them away for the duration of the match. It will be Dave, Trent, Rhea, Robbie in today's order. Back to Jake and Jeff in the booth.
All right, thank you so much, Spider. So, Jeff, let's get it underway. It is the 2-0 Purple Hedgehogs, and we will start things off with the 43-year-old out of Swampscott, Massachusetts, Dave Portnoy, looking to keep his undefeated record intact here today.
You're 43?
Go middle stay.
Whoa.
Undefeated. An undefeated day also clinches the playoffs for them.
A mental thing, Robbie?
The integrity of his tower is already in shambles, too.
I thought you were younger than that. I didn't realize you
All right, let's send it down the stream. Mr. Commenter, you're with Dave Portnoy after his first block.
Yeah, I'm down with Dave down here on the floor. Dave's wearing, tell me about what you're wearing here. This looks like an interesting shirt.
A skeleton pizza 1 bite guy that we had a designer. Now, it's going to be puffier than this. Welker fucked up the printing because he's a fucking idiot, but they're pretty hot 1 day only.
1 day only, and that day is today?
Today.
That day is today. But are you concerned with the fact that we're selling so much cool merch, like this PMT ugly Christmas sweater, for 20% off, that you're going to be driven to the poorhouse?
No, that shtick was something I did, and it was not so much a shtick. We can't afford the margins. Gone. But not as much. We need, now it's good. We can actually eat with these margins.
Okay, so Dave will survive this sale, apparently. Unless you buy a whole lot of stuff, then he might die. We don't know.
Okay.
Margins razor thin, though. Back to you guys in the booth.
All right, thanks so much, Mr. Commenter. So
Yeah,
Dave,
right?
and now his partner Rhea
Already
complete their first turn.
This tower's already fucked. I think that's like the most clear thing we can see.
Robbie going to attack that bottom row quickly, looking to eliminate the chance at the hanging tower. We usually say there's room for booze. Now we can actually get booze if there's a loss of a hanging tower.
That's true.
No one
did boo. No one boo Robbie Fox.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Oh, he might.
Hard to hate on him. Now back to Dave.
Guys, the
He
silence
mentioned his 2-0 record. He said it's actually less pressure with that record, but it's not 1 game at a time. He is treating this as 1 block at a time.
That's smart. That's the Patriot way right there.
Trent is wearing the most Iowa outfit of all time, I believe, and that's saying something for Trent. He's got a black hoodie on, and then a black hoodie tied around his black hoodie over the khaki pants, along with a toque-style hat, representing well in Barstool Golf.
Completes another row.
Sweatshirt available in Barstool Store.
Now
you can hear them chatting about it. Yes, they do clinch it. They win both today.
They sweep, they're in. They would be tied for first in the entire league at 4-0. And if they sweep today, you've got to think those 2 buys with the chalk at 4-0 already. And if the Purple Hedgehogs
in the playoffs?
top 2 overall receive a bye.
In the playoffs?
Yes.
Yep.
So if they sweep today, we could have our top 2 pretty clear cut.
Yeah, if they sweep today, they're in pretty clear cut shape, along with Big Ev and Liz to receive one of those 2 buys.
The story of this game so far
now back
Frank the Tank
to Robbie Fox. He woke up this morning. He told me it's going to be a good day for Team Zarch, and there's no wiggle room. If you fall to 0-2, you're in big trouble.
He actually said he was going to kick Dave's ass in Jenga on Twitter.
Wow.
He specified Jenga, though.
No, I didn't.
You heard me.
Well, I heard him.
Robbie not backing down from those comments. Dave goes with a block about midway down the tower.
At Jenga.
They did have a delightful chat about the Mandalorian over the weekend, though. Robbie wearing one of those Mandalorian shirts.
20% off Barstool Sport, stored at barstoolsports.com.
Keep calling it a shirt. That's clearly a hoodie.
Yep. Trent rocking.
Those would not be the real colors. Those are
They're gonna be
a
more
welfare
vibrant.
special.
Say the colors that you would get for 20%
Whoa.
off.
Ooh.
Wow, Trent almost just knocked the tower
got that.
over.
Holy fuck.
But remember, the
all right?
block
I'm
you are
good.
taking out,
I'm good.
it can hit the ground. We saw that with Big Cat a couple of weeks ago, completely legal.
You can let your block, but if any other block from the tower falls, it's over. Cons technically had a
don't let
one
him
block
check.
change.
I'm not.
I haven't said anything.
I'm not.
I
Trent
haven't
is,
said anything.
I know.
Could they be phased out by Dave?
Trent is
saying
phased.
anything.
Robbie's not. Trent just got thrown for a loop just now.
Almost had a brawl
Trent has
down
stayed
here.
relatively quiet during this match.
I have a very funny video.
What?
Rhea completes
very
her
funny.
turn
Don't
with
listen
ease.
to
Funny
him.
video?
Stop it.
Yeah, you're talking
Let's send it
about
back down.
what-
PFT
the
comments
match.
are what is going on in your area.
So we're
you gonna
almost
show us
at
your
blows down here. This is two teams that don't like each other very much. Looks like Robbie almost encroached into
There's
Dave's
a- there's a
territory.
ru-
Dave did not take kindly to that. A lot of John, but mainly the big story down here is the
Break that
silence
pole.
from Frank the Tank.
What's that?
I said rate that pole.
Pole.
Frank, why
We're
have
in
you
like the
decided to
first
sit this
inning.
one out in terms of cheering?
Robbie with like a
asked
Pete
me
with.
to be the
It was a one bite reference.
distractor. Pat asked me last match. So Pat asked me, so I did it.
So Frank's saying that he would, in fact, get back in cheerleading if somebody asked him to do it. So Pat put him up to it last time. It was
Yeah.
not Frank's idea. We'll
right.
see
Pat,
if Robbie.
I think it's time we can talk about that now, PFT. Pat and Collins basically paid off Frank the Tank to make all that noise in the last match, which he was shut down. He was told no more
Well,
drumming.
we're in an office and we're not in agreement. He's banging it. It's like,
Not my bar stool.
Oh.
well, no, that would never fly.
I think Robbie's chirped more than anyone has chirped
Robbie,
in,
we are
in
seeing a
Jenga.
different side out of the 22-year-old from Little Fair, New Jersey. Meanwhile, inside the square of doom right now, it's Rhea. And Rhea did note that these boots she's wearing, they could be good luck. She's wearing everything the same.
Two-hand touch for sure.
And that is
You think?
Yeah.
called
I know,
a two-hand
I know.
touch.
I
It did
saw
not
you-
hit the
I
ground.
think it bounced.
Hank is saying
But
to
even if
ignore
it did, it would
probably
not be a
didn't happen.
Jenga. So
We've
this match is
never,
not over.
we've
think
never
it
seen
was
anything
two.
like that before.
I think I saw two.
I think it bounced
We're
out
gonna
of
go to a
his hand.
replay
Call
either way.
for
It's a great
it's
thing
two-hand
about
touch.
this. We're gonna go to a
It
Must
was
be
replay.
like-
indisputable to overturn. The block did not hit the ground.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure she went like this.
Where's the two hands?
That was
Left.
definitely.
When is two hands on it at once?
Let's see another.
That's
angle.
one.
I have to go to the. I think we do have the sky. I don't know if we have there. It's the sky.
Remember, the call on the floor is yes, so it needs to be clear to overturn.
No.
There's never two hands.
Is it clear? It's up to Spider to
Definitely
make the
clear.
final
Definitely no
call.
two
We'll send it
hands.
back down the stream for the final call from Spider.
Yeah.
Call has been reversed.
Overturned call.
Huge moment.
And that is a shout out to our
It's
Sky
inside,
Cam
okay.
presented by Heine and Hart Seltzer. That was the shot that let us
Yeah,
overturn
the
it.
sky cam did it again. Sky cam is outstanding.
They got it right,
This
guys.
tower is.
So Rhea
shaking.
completes her turn once again. And now it's off to Robbie Fox. Jeff, what is it about Robbie? Why does he
carpet
seem
in the
so
other place?
different today?
It's like
You seem different?
Yeah, that's
He's
a big
been
difference.
loose today.
Oh, I thought he meant like he looks different.
No, just his attitude towards this match.
Remember, he may do the whole thing where he takes off his hat and his glasses, freaks people out, looks like a different human being. Hasn't
Guys,
done it
one
yet
other
today.
thing to
We
keep your
have
eye
seen
on
him
down
without
there.
his glasses once. Caught everybody off guard.
You've got a different
Another
surface they're playing on.
tribute
so
to Nate
instead
Robinson.
Of that AstroTurf,
I don't know.
you've got a
Robbie's just.
Smith-
I
that's
think
what
he
it is,
knows he has to
faster.
carry the vibe of the trash talk. Trent's not a big trash talker.
It's a faster floor down here, and you can see that in the pace of play.
So now it's back to Dave. We asked Dave about his opponents, Trent and Robbie. He said he's heard they're good, but you don't play the other team. You play the board. You
Can't
play
even be funny
the
about
brick. So he's treating this
Right.
as a Dave versus
Talking
Tower game
like
instead
a-
of Dave versus Robbie and
Talking
Trent.
like a vet already. Yeah, he has no qualms with either of these two. So, and I think any trash talk he may have today, he's saving for the next match.
Yes, we'll have Tommy and Frankie later on to close out. By the way, on the Play Bar Slap, 961 players still alive for that $2,500 progressive jackpot. We are tracking questions 3 and 4 right now. Question 3, losing block. Trent, the big favorite, 49% to end this match. Robbie at 25%, Dave at
Almost.
15%, and Rhea at just 12%.
Almost 50% think Trent is going to knock over the tower.
Trent, what do you
Yes.
think- what do you
The
think
long
about that,
favorite,
Trent?
by the
What?
way,
It seems a bit
historically,
disrespectful.
was 84% by Frank the Tank a couple of weeks ago.
It's bulletin board
And it hits
material.
everybody.
Trent,
Frank,
are you
one
rattled
of the
by Dave at
unluckiest
all?
Jenga players we've ever seen.
No.
Not rattled by Dave.
Question 4, also the total blocks, the range, 36 to 38, most popular, 33%. Robbie finds a Tittleman's Crest with ease. Takes it out, retowers. And it's on to block 20,
Yeah,
top of the
still
order with
shaking.
Dave. He finds the Tittleman's Crest himself.
Quick pull.
Wraps around.
Light work.
Row 5. It's out. One place to go. And on. What do you think about the pace, Jeff?
Pace is good. This game is moving much quicker than the last one. We already see it leaning. And the tower was messed up from the first kind of couple pulls. Right off the bat, the thing was sticky and weird, which I think, again, a different environment out here than in the known Stool Stream Stadium room with the grass turf.
You know, it's interesting because we've seen a handful of teams play in doubleheaders throughout this season. The Berserkers, Pubes, Dave's Big Cat's team, and Team Prest. There seems to be some struggles when teams play in doubleheaders. What do you make out of that?
Have they all been splits? Remind me. I think they've all gone
Big Cat
1-1,
got
right?
swept.
That's right.
A couple of weeks ago, I believe.
Right.
He lost to KFC, and I believe he lost to Billy.
That's right. A brutal moment. Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, we've seen it can't hurt. Going back to back can't hurt you. You start
Bullshit.
overthinking
Playing
moves.
doubleheaders, bullshit. It's a concentration game.
Oh.
Another job on our scheduling coordinator and commissioner, Hank. But every team's got to get their 6 matches in.
A lot of complaining.
6 is the round robin.
If you catch that under his breath, I believe Robbie's had a lot of complaining.
Guys, these guys are just blazing up the tower right now.
Are we feeling confident today?
Fast turns.
Whoa, that thing is
Got a
wobbling
fast track
a
here.
ton, Jake.
Yeah, you
Guys,
see our
we
Sky
got the
Cam
water
presented
cooler
by
heavy
Heineken
under.
Hard Seltzer. 24 deep. Dave continuing with the Tittleman's Crest strategy. It worked last time. Trying to mimic his turn here.
Dave
Trent and
loves
Rhea, actually
those middle
longtime
blocks.
teammates in our preseason matches.
Middleman Dave.
We're part of a couple real unfortunate losses.
Both work together on cutting stems. Bachelorette.
Or
Believe
Trent has
that's tomorrow
fallen.
night.
Yeah, Trent has fallen down the leaderboard though. Rhea all the way up, top 5 competitor along with Dave.
Dave focusing in once again on this Tittleman's Crest extraction.
This was a little bit stickier than I thought it was going to be. Whoa.
Robbie and Trent
Dave,
think they might
60
have an
seconds.
advantage.
Yes, remember, Dave is no stranger to long turns, Jeff. In his
What?
last match,
60
it ended up
second
being
block.
the winning block. 14 minutes, 5 seconds
pick
was the
the block.
biggest. Dave's was 13:26 in his win to go to 2-0.
Right, one of the most memorable polls we've
I won't
ever
put
seen in
something
Jenga. Not sure this one will get to that point, but he knows he's gonna have to work the block a little bit here.
He did appreciate the extreme focus on himself when it came to that turn, and it paid off.
This one's
It
being
was the
jerk.
wedge move, back and forth. He wedged it, hinged it, as PFT says. This one's a Tittleman's Crest, so not as much wiggle room.
Dave rocking that skeleton hoodie. 20% off. Plenty of one bite
One
merch.
day only.
Yes,
One
one
day
day.
only.
Plenty of one bite merch on the store.barstoolsports.com for 20% off. I believe Dave sold out of a couple of items over the weekend as well.
Yeah, a bunch of
The one bite ugly sweater, one of the items.
Jeez Louise.
Remember, if you push
He's
it out,
facing
and it
some
falls,
more
it's fine.
adversity here.
If
See the
only
one
you're
bite apparel on the
Yeah,
bottom of your
right.
screen.
No, I'll get it out,
Yeah.
but this one's
Majority of that
way
still available.
higher than I
20% off all the way up until midnight. We'll have the Cyber Monday telethon starting at 7 p.m. Caleb and I will be broadcasting the escape room inside the usual Triple S, which is the reason why we are out here today.
That's going to be a tough
I
go.
went into that
Great
one
for
thinking
people
this was
watching.
gonna go
Yes.
right out.
Tough go for those on the inside.
White Sox Dave, Kate, some more twisting. Brandon and Glennie Balls will be the foursome in there.
Reminder, Facebook and YouTube too,
Yes,
Jake.
Facebook,
Hit
YouTube.
those likes.
Absolutely.
That subscribe,
Like
that
and
bell
subscribe.
icon. That bell icon, you know when new
Yes.
videos up, knowing we're going live.
And by the way, the last person to claim the progressive jackpot, I have a source who confirmed to me they were a subscriber on
Absolutely.
YouTube and
How much
Facebook.
more do I have to go?
Absolutely they were.
Yeah,
You don't win
it's
this unless you do a little
stumped
research, a
out.
little study.
Would
watch your
appreciate you watching on
Both
whatever
of them
platform
kind of was- it's
you may
stuck
be
to the
joining
top
us
one.
here on this Cyber Monday, the final day of November, believe it or not. Dave continues to preach patience on this turn. We saw some twisting earlier on.
Frank the Tank locked in watching in the background.
Not a peep from him since. that little
A
dilemma.
much more difficult block than I gave it credit for.
Much looser now.
Not really.
Nope, he's saying no. It's still just kind of stuck. It's wild ones, which is
Am I
stuck in its
stuck on
place.
this one, Spider?
You get 1 switch per game.
We have not seen the switch to use ever yet.
No, no one has used the switch.
You can't. If you pull that one out, the whole thing's gonna fall.
Is it?
You gotta push the middle one.
I don't
in.
think it is going to fall if I pull that. Maybe. All right.
He may stay on that row, though, is what it looks like.
You were
He's
able to
gotta-
push
gotta
The
the
start-
majority of
back
this middle
in,
block
then
is
you-
out, but it seems to be
Fuck.
at a
It's like
standstill here.
glue.
You really dating that housewife?
No.
Robbie continues to chirp in his dugout.
It's an outdated chart.
Much like that
24
housewife.
blocks deep. We're still in that first window of blocks. Question 4, 0 to 29, picked by just 7% of the fields.
I mean, holy cow.
Wrapping his left hand around now.
Can he move other things in the tower? Adjust blocks.
I mean, it doesn't have that much to go. I think I just can be patient, but we're secure, right?
I would say I'm just worried about these two single ones that are on each other is what's causing the wiggle problem.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah, those two right there.
His hands look a little tired. Like he spent the last 24 hours assembling furniture.
Some more twisting, some more movement.
I don't know if PFT can tell at all if it's moving down
All
there.
right, I got it.
Oh, he thinks he has it now.
Nice.
And it's out.
Look at that.
He has a fresh slate to work with. And once again, we see the patience
That was
pay
weird.
off for Dave Portnoy.
He's walking away even surprised. He goes, that was crazy how stuck that block was. Took him a while. Not nearly as long as that one other famous turn.
13-26.
That was a big move because this
I see
tower is in
delicate
bad
with it.
shape. I would imagine there's a lot of blocks
See if
like
there's
that on this
anything else
tower.
on
We
the
got the
top
word
that-
from
that
Hank. That was a
looks
5-minute turn.
It'll
Kind of
Dave.
like that. Like went all the way and then it was like a glue.
Now it's
There's
Trent.
definitely something weird about the tower today.
Trying to make some light taps. Doesn't like what he actually lost his jersey earlier today.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Team Zarch.
60 seconds.
He
to
does
pick the block.
have a hoodie wrapped around his waist. Trent did call Dave a winner entering this match.
And patient with it, but it's moving.
Trent was just
45
tapping and
seconds
looking
now.
away. That was a bit of a
That's not
cocky
to
move
get it
there.
out. That's just to pick a block. You
Boy,
got
the
time.
more and more he taps that thing, the
Oh,
more
Lord,
it goes
Robbie
back and
almost,
forth.
Like,
Great
he was
teamwork
like
back
tapping
there.
while looking at him.
Trent and Robbie.
Crazy move by Trent to
Oh,
not be.
they're
Oh,
not
Chiseling
30
block.
seconds.
I don't know how many
Aggressive
more.
notes.
I don't know how much more that can take. Chisel wise. Oh, he just
He's
moved the
got
entire
fat-
top of the
he's got
tower.
fat
Wow.
fingers.
Whoa!
Just called him. He has
He just
fat
got
fingers.
fat. He got
That's
the, that's yeah.
He's spelling it with a PH. You got cool fingers, bro.
Remember, Team Zarch is 0-1.
45
They start
seconds.
0-2. They
That's
would be in
coming,
big,
that's
big trouble. And it would put the Purple Hedgehogs in a clinching scenario for their next match.
Are we adding time?
Every time he pulls that block, the
putting that
block
one back
above
in.
it starts to
3,
remove.
Because that can't fall.
2, 1. That's got to be your block.
There's the timer, so it's got to be this
It doesn't
block.
actually have to be your block.
But he
You
does
gotta
have
switch.
one
You know, he's
redo.
just saying that
He
for
does have one
broadcast,
switch,
it's
but
a
that's
whole
it though. That is
show.
the only switch.
It's like 10.
So you got to be confident,
I mean, if
especially when the
Dave
game
was
gets
able to
late.
pull
You got to
that
be
one,
real
you
confident
can't
that that's the
pull
right
that.
move. He
be
just said
careful with
fuck
it.
out
Don't
loud.
rush
He's
it.
not
Is
happy.
it stuck in the
patient.
middle like mine was? Yeah.
Be patient.
Maybe it's something in the air.
Similar scenario here to what Dave went through on his last block. The extraction, or at
Yeah.
least half of it,
Yeah,
becomes
I had
easy.
that, and then your
But once you
fingers
reach the back end,
Fuck.
it's glued in.
Yep,
Be very
exactly.
patient with it.
Usually the Tittleman's Crest has an easy time halfway through.
I think if I do
His
that,
problem though
and I
is
keep-
that
Yeah,
other
just keep
blocks
putting
are
it
now
on the back.
moving to
Yes,
that one.
bro.
Dave was
Remember,
able to focus up
done
and
this a
wiggle that
million
thing out,
times.
but Trent, he
Who
may
did
not
you
have that
guys lose to in the
ability
first round?
because of the
Don't
block
even remember.
above
It's
it.
not important.
And
What
every
do you
time he
guys?
touches
Who
it,
did
it
they lose
moves.
to in the first round?
They lost to Mush and Balls.
Tough.
Who?
Glenny and Mush.
Oh, yeah.
They're not impressed with Team
Don't
Zarch.
Always
listen to
remind people that Glenny did lose the last match.
Don't
while
listen to
giggling.
them.
I'm not. Yeah.
Glenny Giggles. They are off today. I believe
Yeah,
we'll
just
see
keep
them
doing
on
that.
Thursday.
Bro, this is coming.
He laughed
doing
so
that.
hard he knocked the tower over.
Oh yeah, the balls giggle.
I've never seen a
It's
human
coming.
shake as much as Glenny Baldo
Yeah.
Be
shaking.
very
during
delicate with it.
Trent, meanwhile,
might have found it.
but
Gotta be
remember,
careful
he
the
has
way
that third row Eastern block, which may come down with it.
Yeah, and that tower is the weight. Every time he removes his hand from that block, the weight just continues to redistribute.
And friendly reminder, any block that touches the ground that is not the block you're pulling, it's a Jenga. So if that third row block falls, it's over.
Brother, you got this.
Fuck.
Put it back one more time.
Trent losing
Put it back
confidence.
One more time. You can't have that one fall. Slide it up.
Jeez.
Yep. Hell yeah, brother.
Shaky hands.
There it is.
And it's out.
Almost identical to what
Places it on the right side.
Great pull,
It's
and
clear.
they didn't use up their redo in terms of the block they want to pick.
So now it is back to Rhea. On this 2-0 start for the Purple Hedgehogs, Rhea said it gives her a lot of confidence, but she is treating it one game at a time because there's still a lot of room for error. Playing twice.
We saw with Big Cat and Rowan. They were sitting pretty.
It went from 2-0 to 2-2 in the blink of an eye.
And right now, out
Right.
on tiebreak.
Nice.
Rhea with
But
a
that
quick
was
extraction.
She can re-tower.
These middle block only retowers seem to be the toughest.
They do, and that was very quick
Kiss
and
'em.
confident. As someone who's played this game quite a bit.
All right. Jeez.
Spider telling Rhea to kiss them. I don't know if the
Dave
Purple Hedgehogs
immediately
enjoyed
got
that
looked at
call.
Spider.
Kiss
Good.
him.
But it's clear. And we are on to block number 27. Robbie was actually hoping that entering this match that Dave would be out of it today. He said maybe he was partying a little bit during Thanksgiving. Maybe he'll be a little bit out of it because he was mad at employees this weekend. But he wanted to note he was not mad at Trent or Robbie.
No, he's not. They pushed their merch well.
Little does Robbie know, the first game was Miami Noodle Dave, and we won.
True.
Yes.
Very true.
I am. Can you hear me?
Little do you guys know.
I'd almost be better. You're more relaxed. It's like if you get in a car accident and you're a noodle,
Right.
you know.
You don't really care much.
Yeah. What is this?
And now we have a new sideline reporter. Welcome, Coach Doug's pinch hitting
Distracting.
for PFT commentary with other obligations. Coach Doug's, how we doing down there?
I'm doing good. I got halfway through some chicken nuggets, so I got some waiting for me after this, but I'm glad to be here.
All right, Coach Doug's. All
Not
the
much,
attention
this
on
is,
Robbie Fox.
I'm guessing we're going to be probably about 5 or 10 more blocks, and we're going to be out
Trent
of here.
and
I'm gonna
Robbie,
eat
by
some
the way,
chicken
Jeff,
nuggets.
a combined individual record of 2 and 8. That won't get it done.
No, I saw a stat earlier that Rhea with Trent and Robbie 1 and 3, and then with Liz and Dave 3 and 0.
Nice.
2 and 0 with Dave.
Interesting.
Pull out
saber
Robbie. That
metrics
thing
there.
is still moving.
Goes for the retower down the middle. It's clear. And now the spotlight is back on El Presidente.
Robbie, the only Jenga player with a sleeve tattoo.
We saw the first 20 blocks, Jeff. Very quick pace. Since then, the turns have been tougher.
Yeah, I don't think it's by choice either. I think it's just the tower is in such bad shape they have to go slow.
Do you have a middle name?
I think all these players would prefer a quicker match.
Remember, still in that 0 to 29 range. 2 more blocks to go on that end. Only 15% say Dave will end this match. He's never lost inside the Triple S.
There's a couple possible moves, but I think all of them look rather tough to pull. There seems to be an obvious one towards the top of the tower. I don't know who's going to go after that first, though.
A couple of full slates up top. Dave searching for answers about midway down.
Nothing so far.
Working his way
What about
up
the
the
fourth
tower.
row?
Oh,
Oh.
nope, he found one.
May have found one on the west side.
60
Halfway
seconds.
down.
Going to hinge it out. This is his move. Did this during that 13-minute turn. His next competitor, Tommy, leaving in the background there.
Tommy and Frankie on deck. But now some more twisting of the top half.
Frank was saying right now.
Seems to be going for that western block as part of a full slate. Remember, a sweep today.
30 seconds.
Purple
to pick a
Hedgehogs
block.
are in. They would move to 4-0. First things first, got to get to 3-0, and that's what we're trying to figure out here.
Yeah.
Reminder again, 20% off on Barstool Store all day and night long.
The telethon at 7 p.m. You see the rolling
I think this one may be easier.
samples of the merch on the bottom left of your screen.
10 seconds.
Chicks in the
to
Office,
block.
of course, Rhea part of that group. And Dave part of Penn.
5,
That's everyone here.
I guess technically,
4,
yes.
3, 2.
There we go, David Day chair.
There you go. It's
That's
like
your
it's like
block.
watching the DVD logo hit the corner of the screen. We've done it twice now.
Yep. Some more twisting.
Tower twisted again. If he can complete this turn, he puts Zarch in an awful spot.
Oh, he has some movement on the west side.
Likes what he sees.
Moving
It's that hinge.
clockwise. Tough to see from our angle there how
Yeah,
much
we're completely
is
blocked
out.
by it.
Jeez Louise.
Majority of this block seems to be out. There's a better angle.
Yep, he's gonna twist this thing on out. Brandon Walker, celebrity sighting in the background.
Yep. Coach Douglas is in awe.
He's like actually distracting.
Dave not loving it.
Oh, what a save for the time being. Needs to stabilize. Nearly a Jenga.
And remember, you could switch because we never switched. So if you put it back.
Were you reminding him he can switch blocks?
But you
if he
would have to
wants?
put it back.
Just leave it like this?
No, I mean put it back if you could. I would say try to balance it out.
That was nearly
Pull it,
disaster
but
for the
you
Purple
can put it back and
Hedgehogs.
switch.
That'd be a pussy move.
He has about 90% of the block out, it
That's not the way you built
seems.
this company.
Give or take.
Brick by putting bricks back.
I feel like if I move, it's going down.
You slowly turn it back into its place.
Yeah.
There you go.
It looks like he may be reversing course for now.
So what's the deal on this switch thing?
You have 75 seconds to pick a new block.
So we could see history here. We could see our
be the
first, new
first
switch.
switch.
But Dave would have to put this block back, I believe.
Well, the block
That's-
is back
That's
now.
back.
I think you should try going
Confirmed
for the
it is
one
back,
you
so
did
now
Are
he's
you
gonna start
using your
searching.
switch?
No, I'll stick with this one.
He's going to stick
Okay.
with it for now.
At least he's got balls.
We nearly had the Jenga a couple of minutes ago. But the Purple Hedgehogs still have life.
And there you go. He tried to wedge out that side of the block so he doesn't have to hinge it in the other way that he was before. He's changing course
I
to the same
I
block.
believe he was turning clockwise. Now counterclockwise and another save.
Saves it again.
This thing's not very sturdy.
Yeah, this tower's been in trouble since the beginning.
You called it about block 3 or 4. You said you didn't see it
It's
going
just-
long.
Even Dave walked away from the first move.
Can
He's
I
like, this
still
tower's
switch?
terrible.
Yes. Yes.
Can still use his switch, according to our official spider.
I think he's gonna. I think he wanted to give it another try. Twist it maybe the other direction, but at this point he sees that it just may be a doomed block. Though now the more he puts it back, it's starting to wedge up
We
the
got
other
a
way.
problem here.
Remember,
I
his
think you
longest
got it. I think
individual
you
turn
got
was
it.
13:26 a couple of weeks ago.
I don't know if pulling it is
We're
the
not really
right
close to
option.
there yet, but he does have 2 significant saves so
'Cause I
far.
do think on this side there's one that you can get and it will stabilize it because it
Trent
seems like it's
cannot
leaning
believe
that
it.
way.
Trent is stunned.
Oh, could it be a
You can
third
use your
save?
forearm.
His entire hand is on the tower.
Use your forearm to.
Rhea trying to coach her teammate through this mess.
Whoa.
What?
It's on top of that double hanger, Jeff, on the bottom third of the tower.
This is champions made here.
Trying to twist it back into a better spot in terms of the weight of the tower.
We've seen great saves from other teams around the league. Big Cat is one that sticks out. There's some more twisting. And that's Zarch is on the board, and the Purple Hedgehogs
Couldn't get
take
okay.
loss number 1 of the season.
Yeah, they moved to 2-1, still sitting pretty in the group, but boy, did Zarch need that. Without that win, they would have been in pretty poor shape, and they're going to have to go up again, the Purple Hedgehogs now against Tommy and Frankie, looking to avoid going 0-2 in a doubleheader.
So 28 blocks is where Dave Portnoy ends this match. Let's send it down the stream to the Phillips Norelco locker. Coach Doug's is with the Purple Hedgehogs.
Thank you. Rhea, Dave, that was just a horrible, horrible loss today. What are you feeling right now?
I feel fine because we have another game coming up that I'm confident we'll win. Robbie and Trent, I kind of figured we'll just throw that one away. We've been winning a lot, so I'm not really nervous about it. And I think Dave is showing a lot of strength sitting there with the patience that he has. Just wasn't our game.
Absolutely. Dave, she said you have a lot of patience. You decided not to make the switch.
Was trying to. I was in a tough spot. No excuses, but you came out of the clouds and was in my side peripheral vision. And you're a big guy.
Okay, I'm a big guy, and I came from out of the clouds. Thank you very much, Dave. Congratulations on the company you built, and an amazing Jenga match there, even though you lost it.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll see you back soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Coach Doug's. And
Some might say it's his fault.
He made a speech like he got fired.
yes, let's send it to our
it's like an exit
Phillips
speech.
Norelco close shave of the match. Despite Dave ending this match, he did have a handful of good saves, and that brings us to our Phillips Norelco close shave
Yeah,
of
and
the
you
match.
will see the shit-eating grin from Doug's in the corner of the picture here. He was smiling. It was distracting to Dave. He noted it. He saved the tower a couple times, did as much as he could, but in the end, I think he knew it. The tower was in bad shape for 28 turns. Right from the get-go, it was in bad shape, but they're up again. Will it start off better this time? And they're going up against a team they've already beat.
All right, let's send it back down the stream. In the winner's circle for the first time this season, Team Zarch is now 1-1.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Team Zarch, on your first win. How does that feel to get that win after or against Dave Portnoy?
You know what? It feels great. It was a long time coming. All due respect to Dave. I respect him. It was honestly an honor to compete against a legend such as himself, but had to hit him hard and fast with the trash talk. I don't think anyone else did that previously, so that might have been our key to victory tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. And how do you feel today?
I feel great. Yeah, I got to give a shout out to my guy Robbie. He really brought the shit talk today, and I think that was a big part of it. But it really feels good to get a win in the win column.
Absolutely. And Dave did mention, he said no excuses, but then he did say that I had an impact. Obviously, I just want to clear the board. I just want to clear the board that I was not involved with anything. There's no collusion.
Of course not.
I just happened to be a big guy who came from the clouds.
Correct. You were just as distracting to us, no offense.
Perfectly. Thank you very much. I'm distracting no matter who you are. Thank you very much for the clarification. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Doug. Thank you to Team Zarch. 2 matches down, 1 to go, but we'll step aside. Back in 30 seconds here on Stool Streams, presented by Heine Hard Seltzer.